Hey there, it's been a while, so let's do a quick baby update. This guy is going to be 3 months old in a couple of days' time, and he has been a delight. He loves everyone, he's got smiles for days, doesn't enjoy sleeping for any long stretches of time, which is tough, but otherwise, it's been going great. Obviously, it's helped a lot that Julie's still on maternity leave, but even with that, it has been tough to get into a bit of a rhythm with the older boys having school and then school holidays, and then I was away for work for a week, and life has been a bit messy, so it's been very difficult to get Charlie into a bit of a rhythm. But even though we haven't figured that all out, we are still loving being parents to 3 boys. And for me personally, this is really the first time I've really enjoyed being a dad to a little baby, because I've obviously been a dad to 2 boys before, but I really preferred being a father to kids who are slightly older, when they can start to talk and they can, engage with you and have a personality and have a back and forth. That's when I really entered my perfect parenting zone. But this time, I am loving having a baby in the house. And for the last couple of days, I've really been trying to figure out why that is. Why now? Why with this child? What is different? What has changed? And it might just be because of this face. I mean, it's hard not to fall completely in love with that face. But my first 2 boys were also really cute and delightful. They were great kids as well. So it could be the fact that this is a completely different baby, and all babies are different with different personalities. They connect with people differently. And maybe that is just the case where I click with this child's personality better than I did our first 2 babies. I don't think that's the case though, because if I look at what has been the biggest change between my first 2 children and my 3rd child, that big change has happened in this space over here. This guy has changed quite a bit over the last 8 years. Because of the last 8 years, I've worked really hard on being calmer, learning to be less anxious about stuff, being more confident in my own abilities, taking responsibility earlier on what I need to be responsible for. And I think that has changed the way I've interacted with the baby as opposed to how the babies have interacted with me. And all of that could only come from the experience of having 2 children already. A lot of me being calm and not freaking out when my baby cries or doesn't sleep for a few days properly is because I know these things don't really last for too long. These issues don't last forever. I've made multiple videos about this very fact because I think that is the way that parents of young children survive, is knowing that these tough times don't last. Tough parents last. And yes, I know what you're saying. Oh, Aphrodite's talking about mental health and dad's mental health again. But the reason why I talk about mental health so intensely and so often is because it really does affect everything else. If you can get your head right, then it makes you a better father, which makes you feel better, which makes your head even better. It's a cycle that happens. So I don't think I would be enjoying being a dad to a baby as much right now if I hadn't had spent years and years and years working on my mental health. Now, have I perfected my mental health? Am I at the end of my mental health journey? No. Are there days where I freak out? Yes. Are there days where I stress? Yes. Are there days where I don't respond appropriately to situations? If you ask my wife, she'll say, hell yes. But on the few occasions that those moments do happen, they are less intense, they don't last for as long, and the recovery time is much quicker and much better. So somehow, I don't know how I've done it, but I've turned a baby update into an Aphrodite update. But hey, if you actually want to know how it's going with us for the first few months, why don't you pop a question in the comments or send me a DM and I'll try my best to answer them. Maybe you have some practical questions about what nappies we're using, or how does the baby sleep, or what kind of techniques we're using for these things. We can tell you what we do and we can tell you how well it works for us. Of course, we're not experts, but hey, ask questions below. And if you have a baby in your house right now, tell me how it's going. I would love to know how you are surviving and coping and enjoying and thriving having a baby in your house. Leave that in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you soon. Aphrodite out.
You're watching Aphrodite. Hey, that's my dad!